What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnny Mobley Jr.,
And I'm his wife, Deidre,
and we something like an ordinary couple.
with extraordinary purpose. Greetings, salutations, accolades, and blessings. How y'all doing?
What's up, y'all? Hey, beautiful.
Hey, gorgeous.
Can you call it? I don't think you can call
I
it
can
that.
say that you're gorgeous.
Okay.
Handsome. Hey, handsome.
Thank you. I'd rather, I'm good with that.
Ugh,
You good?
I'm a little hungry.
All right. Well, come on. Let's talk to the people so I can go feed
Talk
them.
to the people. It's hungry, sleepy.
It's all right.
HSH.
And we got to travel.
With my hands lifted up. Boom, boom. Mo. What we talking about tonight, babe?
Girl, you said move like I wasn't in the room with you.
Like I was having to call you from far away?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So, what we talking about today is had a couple of situations that have come up. So, what we talking about today is dear adult children, your parents don't owe you anything.
Nothing.
Once
Nathan.
again,
Nada.
dear adult
Nilch.
children, your parents don't owe you anything. Now, I'm going to start out by saying this.
What you got to say, Mo?
For everybody, before we even get started, for everybody that's saying, well, my mama ain't did what they should have did, and my daddy ain't did, I got all that. But are you going to stay there, or are you going to evolve? Your parents gave you what they can give you, what they had to give you. Move on, build from there. Don't waste your entire life blaming everybody else and staying in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Move. Dear adult children,
You gonna say it again?
your parents don't owe you nothing. Go ahead, Mo.
You done?
Yeah, I'm good. That could be the end of it right there. For all I'm concerned.
Well, baby, it got to be a little bit longer than
You want
them
an
10 minutes.
explanation?
Well, tell me why the parents don't owe their adult children anything.
It's so many different reasons why adult children feel like their parents owe them stuff. And here's the crazy thing. Sometimes parents feel like they missed the ball or they missed the moment. So once your children have left and become adults, you feel like I have to be there for them now and step in now because I wasn't there before. It's no takesy backsies. You can't do that. I said it. There's no takesy backsies. Once it's done, it's done. The time is gone. You're here now. Now, the one thing me and Deidre can tell you, we are parents as long as we got children. It does not change. What does change is the way we parent. Mama and daddy got a life too. I want to say a lot more right there, but
Put it there,
there.
and then I'll be ready.
I want to be watching TV and watch my wife walk by naked. You said put it there.
Okay.
So I'm putting it there.
Okay.
I want to see her walk by in the heels or just an apron on and tell me dinner almost ready while she glisten. I say glisten. I know it's glycerin, but I say glistening.
Hey, why can't you do that? Why can't some people do that?
Because your adult child is back in your house with 2 kids and a possible boyfriend that's been dating for 16 years. They ain't married yet. once again, dear adult children, your parents, and you know what? I think I'm saying that statement more for the parents than I am for the children.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, children, adult parents feel like they messed up, they made bad decisions, bad choices, and it could have been so much better. And then they try to fix it once they become adults. That's not how it works.
Right.
You can still equip your children with what they need as an adult, but you can't go back and replace what the 5-year-old little Susan didn't get, or the 17-year-old little Susan didn't get. You can't go back and do that.
Right.
What you can do, support. So that's what me and my wife do. Me and my wife support our children 100%. But it's different stipulations now. Before, when they was in our house and they was children and they was under the age of 18, stuff happened. We had to adjust. We had to do that. Now, that's not saying that we don't do adjusting now, but our adjustments now need explanations before we actually take. And our children pretty much know how we move now. So when they come to us to ask for support, they already got a solution in place. Hey, need you to do such and such and such, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and bring the lunch and the breakfast. They'll have it with them when they get there. They already know what they're supposed to do. We'll drop them off. And if y'all don't mind, if y'all can bring them such and such and such, I'm going to drop you a little gas money in your cat, all that stuff. And it's not like we're going to take it all the time, but they understand. We don't owe them nothing.
Yeah.
Will we be there for them? 100%. Anytime they need. Can they come and stay in our home? Absolutely. But what they got to have, Deidre?
A plan. A thorough plan put together.
Plan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Detailed plan. And that's before you get in here. I need to know what I say it like this. I need to know your exit plan.
Yeah.
So I need to know the length of your time, the plan. If it's going to be 3 months, then let me know. If it need to adjust from that, then let me know. But what can happen is you just stay here and you just chilling. Them days, that you should have caught that. But yeah, that ain't nah. You can't be 30 in my house chilling.
Yeah.
That just can't happen. So it has to be a plan. Has to be. I call it an exit plan. My wife calls it a plan, a detailed plan. I call it an exit plan because I want to put a little. I don't want you to be offended, but I want you to. This joker talking about he my daddy. Why he want me to? He trying to put me out before I even got in the house. No, that ain't what I'm trying to do. But I'm trying to make you have a plan.
Yeah.
Because you can't come here and just stay. And then I need to know. We need to know what's the plan. What you doing? How you go build yourself back up? How you getting back on your feet? What's that plan look like? What the date is? When you looking at moving? You know, where you, and we got you. We gonna support you, but you just can't come stay here with no plan. You just can't. Now, you probably asking, what if they got put out, or what if something bad happened and they need the places? I ain't got no problem with that. Me and my wife had no problem with that. You still gotta have a plan, though. You still gotta have a plan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think, and I think it's all about, of course, we talk about with the stuff that's happening now or what the relationship is now. And like Johnny said, we raised our children in a way to, love us, and we love them, and we respect goes both ways and all those things, but we've never raised them to be entitled children. And so I think that's where it actually starts at. It doesn't just start when they become adults.
Yeah.
It starts in the, in the earlier years when you're doing everything for them hand and foot, and it goes from the single age to double ages, and then they graduate, and then you still treating them like they 5 years old, and you still doing everything, and then maybe one day you wake up and feel like you don't want to do that anymore, but then they feel like,
well, you've been
doing it.
So what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah. So some of it, is on the parents for how you raised them and reared them and guided them or did so much for them. Now as an adult, they've become very much so entitled, very much so handicapped, and very much so thinking that you were put here to serve them forever.
That's called dependent. They are dependent.
It is what it is
on you.
Yeah.
And you're not equipping them to be independent and in a healthy way.
Right.
Not in a way to where, and let me add this part in here. Parents, get your life together. Because once your adult child moves out and they get their stuff together, they are not supposed to support you, take care, get your stuff together.
Yeah.
That comes later in life when you get a little seasoned and you need some extra help. Then your kids come in and they help support you and help take care of you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the young parents, 30-year-olds who just, their child is grown up and they moving and they got a career and they doing good. And I need this. Can you pay my water? Can you put some gas in my car? Can you do this? Stop that. Stop. Get your life together. Get it together. End of note.
Did you say end of note?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. End of note.
End of note.
Excuse me. So, we recently had some of the kids in the house. It was different for us, surely, because
they had kids too.
And we've been here by ourselves for 3 years before that. It was almost 3 years before this happened. But let me tell y'all how this went. They asked us together as a unit. Was it okay? Hold on for a second, y'all. Hey, Sunshine. Say hey to the people because we're recording. You want to say hi?
You said no,
You're not going to say, you're going to be nasty to the people that I heard you say no, I don't. You don't. Say hi to the people. We didn't raise y'all.
All our children are very nice and sweet, and they love the Lord.
We didn't raise y'all to be nasty actors. Say hi, people.
I'm not nasty acting. This is my boundary. Jesus loves the people, and so do I. I don't want to talk though.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'll call you back. All right. Okay, fine. All right. That's what our daughters. She just need a little more home training. That's all.
A little bit.
And so, but they asked us as a unit if they could come and stay with us, and they have 2 boys. And like Johnny said, we're never in a posture that we're going to say no, you can't come. That's never going to be our posture. As long as you're coming with a exit plan, as my husband calls it, or a plan in place. What's your plan? What y'all got going on? And of course, theirs was for a great reason.
Yeah.
They became homeowners. Did I say homeowners?
Girl, I don't know what you said.
I told y'all I'm hungry. And before we got on here, I ate them stale tortilla chips. And it's got me now.
Made you angry?
Gas and I'm angry. No. They became homeowners. I got it. Bless the Lord. Amen. And we are so excited, y'all. We are so excited for them. Very proud. Very proud because...
Go ahead.
No, just saying we were very proud because we saw it literally from them talking about it to putting in the work to, of course, the Lord blessing them exceedingly abundantly above all they could have asked or think. And so we are absolutely excited. Go ahead.
So with that being said, here's the transparency of how that situation. I love my daughter. I love my son-in-law. I love my grandkids. We love them. But if y'all haven't noticed, I'm a little OCD. when it comes to stuff. So I had to do a lot of praying and asking God for grace. But here's the thing. The one thing that I did not want them to feel is if they didn't have their area to where they felt at home. And that was the biggest thing for me. Now, I did say stuff, not necessarily to them. Every now and then I said something to my daughter because she's around here tearing up stuff.
She gonna get you when she see this.
She was tearing up stuff.
She said, "No, it was on the verge of being."
She said,
"Doing something different before."
I don't know what happened to the air fryer. The handle just came off. What?
You want to cover her like that, baby?
I don't know what happened to the microwave. This piece just fell out.
We told her she rough. That's what we told her. She rough.
But we wanted them to feel at home in the area. I didn't want them to feel uncomfortable or stressed out or nothing like that. They work hard. My grandkids work hard. They go to school. They're in activities. They help with the foundation.
Yeah.
So they they're doing a lot.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to do. And God blessed me. He gave me that grace.
He did.
And patience.
But they were gone a lot of the times.
Yeah,
because they had a lot going on.
To wifey.
And I
about
said,
something.
babe,
she listened to me and
chill.
she said, allow them to have their space. I said, you're right.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they had an exit plan.
They had an exit plan. They
knew what they was doing.
They added to. They cooked. They cleaned. They cooked.
They bought
took care
groceries.
Of some things. Absolutely.
When they left, they had the carpets. This is stuff that we did not ask.
Yeah.
They just did it.
And so they showed us, not only told us, but showed us that they appreciated us.
Yeah.
And so but the one thing I told Mr. Mobley, I said, when those boys leave, of course we'll miss the grown-ups, right? But when those boys leave, you gonna miss them. And he was like, you are absolutely right.
Because it's nothing like being in our bed, chilling, and them sneaking out their room and coming and jumping in our bed.
Legit sneaking, because they're supposed to be going to sleep.
And they lay in between me and my wife, and we were just sitting there talking. And
they listen to our podcast.
And then Brittany will come in and be like, why y'all in here? Mom and Dad, I need y'all to send them back. We apologize.
But we was just coming to tell Gigi and Bubba good night.
We was all kids at that point. She was supposed to let everybody in the bed. We was like, we apologize.
Right.
We didn't know. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go.
Sorry.
I need y'all to send them back to bed. Yes, ma'am. We
knew it next time. Them kids were supposed to be in their bed.
But it was nothing like that.
Yeah.
It was nothing like that.
And so we do miss them. And but the good thing is they're literally right down the street from us. But the one thing that, like Johnny said, it's about what's instilled within them, as they're growing up, and it's about the relationship of what you all have as they're growing up and what you instilled in them. We always wanted to teach them to be grateful and to work hard and try to just make great choices and all those things. And they do that on a regular, and we have regular communication with them. So, because we knew, they're, now if y'all trying to come, and kids or no kids, if you're trying to come and stay here with some foolishness, it ain't happening.
Oh, that's why we need the plan before.
Yeah, period. It ain't happening.
Because your plan come up and they got a bunch of holes in it and it's shabby. We need y'all to go rethink this, replan, come back. But we ain't got those problems.
Right. And if you're thrown into a situation where that happens and there are no conversations had, there are no boundaries had, because some parents get into the place, and it's not just parents who don't feel like they were there for their kids. It's still parents who've been there, who have been present. But then they feel, bad because their child is going through, and then they gonna let them come back. But the adult child comes back, but has no plan. Comes back and doesn't even want to take the time to say, well, I'm going to respect my parents' home, or I'm going to do what I need to do, even though I'm in my parents' house and I'm coming with a child, not adding to the house, not, helping with the chores, or not doing the different things to not become a burden, if that makes sense.
Your nails real sexy.
You know what?
I didn't even know that. I was just looking at you.
Slipping.
You slipping. You doing this.
Because it's been a few days. You slipping and you sliding.
It's been a few days?
It's been a few days. You slipping and you okay. All right, we'll talk about it. We'll be done in a minute. Y'all hold on. And so that's it for me. She all right?
This how she She looking at
Look, she looking like he know he saw them nails. He just wanted to say that.
No, she looking like he about to say something stupid. He about to say something crazy.
We gonna keep it. We gonna keep it.
We is all married. We's all married.
But at the end of the day, and like Johnny said, we had this conversation where we had to kind of empower some parents.
Yeah.
We legit had to empower them. It's not that you don't love them. It's not that you don't want to help them, but help them help themselves. Put the boundaries in place. Have the conversation. And these parents, the adult child was kind of there, like ta-da, ta-da. And so we had to just help them kind of take some of their power back to say that this is our house and this is how we do. This is what we do on a daily, on a regular. But still, like Johnny said, we with our kids, we still said, okay, so this is what it is, but this is on certain things. This is how we do this. This is how we take care of this, just so they could know because they had, they haven't, been with us. But at the end of the day, we literally legit had to like empower them, like a whole pep talk. Like, I'm sorry, y'all pay the bills there. What's going on?
And this is the crazy part. Because of how it was going, it was affecting their relationship.
Absolutely.
So now they beefing about an adult child that's in the house with children and just kind of...
That's kind of doing what they like. Ta-da, here I am.
Yeah.
What?
And it was being frustrated. It was frustrating both sides on a different level. And the conversation that they was having with each other should have been the conversation they was having with their children.
Absolutely.
So once we kind of helped them see that and then gave them the tools, it didn't take long for them to put that thing together, and they were like, hey, this is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was fine. The biggest thing was they had to be united.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
They had to be on the same page. They had to be talking the same language, the same, all that. So it was no gaps. None. Let me add this part.
Okay.
The parents who haven't quite found their identity and know who they are and what they're supposed to be doing, stop embedding yourself in your child's life to be that part to want to take care of them and be there for them and do all this. They done got married. They got a kids. They got a whole house, but you still trying to be there. Well, I used to do what I used to be.
Tipping and tagging and...
You got to figure out who you are. Get you a life. Figure out who you are. You cannot... And I'm going to tell you how most parents get stuck there is because they have their children young. And then they wasn't quite doing well as far as mentally making good choices. But when they had their child, they gave them a renewing. So they wanted to do good by their kid to make sure the kid had a better thing and all that. Mm-hmm. And then that became your entire life. Everything that I'm doing, I'm trying to make sure my kid got this. So I got to make the best choices here. I got to do this. I got to make sure. I got to set them up for this, that, and the other, da-da-da. But then once you've done that, they take off and they start sewing. And now you trying to be there right with them. Hey, remember when I used to, hey, but you don't need me no more. I guess you on living your life now. You don't need, get yourself together. Get yourself together. Face the reality of what that actually is. Not saying that it was a bad thing for you to dive in and make sure your child and your children were good. Once they get good, Now it's time to work on self.
Yeah.
Get yourself in a healthy place. Get yourself a life. Grab a hold of something. Start dreaming again. Start going after goals. Get yourself together. You cannot live and take care of your children to make. And you know what I think a lot of that is, and I can't go into that this session, but what I believe a lot of that is because you don't know your worth. And doing for your child makes you feel worthy, wanted, valuable, all that. And now you feel, what's the word I'm looking for?
Obligated?
No.
No.
Not, huh? Yeah, now that your child has moved, now you feel empty, unappreciated, they're not grateful, all this stuff. That's not how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be taking care of your
Unfulfilled? Where did
child.
I get obligated? I was in a whole nother conversation, huh?
You you're not supposed to be taking care of your child for the rest of your life. That's not what that is. You want your child to grow up and become a productive citizen, healthy with making choices, doing what they got to do. Prayerfully, you want them to love the Lord, that you taught them that. Moving on, they making decisions, and now they're here. And now you can sit down, look back, and look at the manifestation of the fruit. I was talking to a young man today, and the one thing that I told him was, you cannot live your entire life grinding with your head down and you just moving and never take time to pause and turn around and look at the manifestation of the seeds that you sowed. Look at what it's done. Look at what it has accomplished. You cannot do that. Because a lot of people get stuck. And then once you grind, now you feeling like you unappreciated, you ain't worth nothing. I'm trying hard, all these things. But you forget. My wife told me this the other day. She said, Johnny, look at the great stuff you've done. Look at the good stuff. Because even me grinding, working, sometimes it be a lot. It's overwhelming. I can't get nothing done. I feel like I'm stuck. I'm this, that, and she like, Joker, you do a lot. Look at what you've done. Yeah, you got a lot of stuff you want to do, and it's coming together. But look at what you've done. The biggest thing I can say is right now we look at the manifestations of our fruit of our children. Everybody's good. Everybody's making decisions. Everybody's got a family. Everybody's thinking careers, entrepreneurship. Everybody is in a great place. We couldn't ask for nothing more. Because statistically, what was supposed to happen? With all the kids we got, one of them supposed to been in jail. One of them supposed to have probably had at least 13 kids before they got out of high school. The other one one of them supposed to be on track. Yeah, it was supposed to be bad. School? That's what it's supposed to be. But it's literally possible?
Just saying. I know you just saying it. I know.
But it's literally parents out there who have done a great job, even when they didn't think they would. We got a friend who has 5 children too. He lost his wife at a young time while his kids was growing up. And I had to call him and tell him, you have done an amazing job. Your children have graduated from high school. They're going to college. They're making something of their life. They, going after entrepreneurship. They building businesses. They doing this. And yes, we take nothing from God. He gets all the glory for everything. But you had to be a willing participant to say, yes, God, I'm going to be here no matter how hard it gets, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how crazy it looks. I'm just going to be here and I'm going to fight through it. And I'm going to make sure you just have to be that person. You cannot take that away because God can't do nothing with nothing in your life unless you are present. Period. So it's a fresh yes. You got to say yes. It don't have to be perfect, You just got to be there. Be there. Evolve, mature, but be there. Don't leave. Don't hit reset. I don't want this family again. I'm going over here, start a new family. I done learned stuff from this family, so I'm gonna be a better daddy over here, better husband over here, all this other stuff. And these people over here that was once your wife or your children, you just ain't got nothing to do with them. You can't do that. Stay. It gets tough. The storm is definitely, you got to go through the storm. And when you think you through it, there's some more storm. And then, yeah, all that. But once you get to the other side, I promise you, it's great. It's great. Now, that don't mean you ain't never going through another storm. But by the time you get through some of these storms, you have to already have a perception in your mind that the storms, that's a part of life. But you have survived however many storms, and it is good. You got through. It might not have happened the way you wanted to happen. Some might have happened exceedingly abundantly over what you thought was going to happen. But you are still here, you still living, and you still moving. It did not kill you. So keep pushing. Why are you looking at me like
This
that?
has been Moments with the Mobleys. I'm Deidre. That's my husband, Johnny, who did the whole episode by himself. Have a great night. Listen,
you know what?
But I just wanted to use a couple of examples from an article that I actually was reading on Mademoiselle. That's it. Yeah, Mademoiselle.
You on a what now?
Mademoiselle.
Let me go look at this.
Mademoiselle. Oh, it wasn't Mademoiselle. It was Madame Noir.
Why are we looking at a madam anyway? What's happening?
Madame Noir. It's like a woman's, magazine and stuff. And so what they were saying was the thing that the lady was talking about was that some people she knew were just I think the reason why she wrote the article because some friends of hers were like acting really, really entitled. Like one lady.
What you say that is?
I was thinking Mademoiselle. But it's Madame Noir. So one lady was, y'all, I'm sleepy and I'm hungry. So one lady, she said one of the friends was upset with the dad because she's 40 and the dad was getting ready to retire. So he was like, I guess, streamlining what he was paying out and stuff. And so the daddy wasn't going to pay for her car insurance anymore. So she had a whole attitude.
The child?
Yeah. She was 40. Yeah, she was 40. And then she said, oh, no, sorry. It was the card. It wasn't the card insurance. It was the car note. And so she had a whole instant attitude with the daddy. And then another example she gave was of somebody mad at the mama because the mama couldn't babysit and got on social media and was blasting the mama. Because the mama couldn't, because the mama wasn't able to do it at that time. But the things that she was giving, and when I was reading, I was like, wait a minute, what, people still do this? And what she was saying was, at the end of the day, like this is what she gave to them. Are you not grateful? You're 40, and your dad has been paying your car note since you had it. For how many other years? Now the man is getting his finances in order because he's going to retire soon, and you got a whole attitude? And for the lady who was blasting her mom out on Facebook or Instagram or whatever that looks like she was telling her, like, it's a blessing that your mom is able to do it when she's able to do it. And even if she didn't want to do it at all, you lay down and had them kids, sis.
And why?
Yeah.
Why when you have babies, it's all of a sudden your parents' responsibility to help you raise them?
Because it takes a village, and you need to come on up and.
But here's the thing:
these your grandkids, and come on and get them.
Here's the thing: but it takes a village, but the village is only mama and daddy. What kind of village? That ain't a village. You just back home. That's not a village. Who else helping you?
Who else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and that, Allison just had a valid point. A lot of grandparents, that's what we watch happen. Our grandparents watched us, or I mean, but that wasn't my testimony. Like, for real,
Yeah.
my mom took care of us. Yeah, for a point in time, my mom and us and my cousins, they moved down from New York, and so all of us at one point were in my grandmother's house. But we just had but it wasn't solely on my grandmama. My aunts, my mama stayed there. One of my aunts stayed there until they transitioned into their place.
Yeah.
But it was like a whole party. It was like a family reunion every day for us. So we actually had fun because there was more adults there, and it wasn't just solely on her. But my mama took care of us, even though we were in our grandmama's house.
And Lindy,
but some people,
Brian, y'all was gonna have responsibility.
Absolutely.
Y'all ain't finna sit around here and not do nothing.
Yeah.
That's the difference between grandmama's dead and the grandmama's not.
Yeah. Now, at the end of the day, it does go back to how you were reared and what you saw, and now you're here and what you're being taught. But like she said, she this is what she presented to her friends. Like, so instead of being grateful for the year or whatever that your daddy paid your car note and being in a posture of gratitude, because that was money that you didn't have to come off of. And that's probably could have been money that you were saving up to even go ahead and pay it off after he got done paying what he was paying on it. You choose to be in a posture of, I'm angry, I'm feeling some type of way about him. Like, get a whole grip.
It's your daddy.
That's
not your grip. Man. It's not your husband.
Yeah.
It's your daddy.
And that comes from what you deem or what you take as it comes from somebody being in a posture of being ungrateful and being entitled.
Let me add this. Daddy, at some point in time, you knew this was gonna happen. Daddy should have said, "Hey, get your affairs in order, because you could be taking over this note here shortly." Now, he ain't got to do that. Just like Deidre said, you haven't been paying a note for I don't know how many years.
Yeah.
I've been helping you. I've been supporting you. You probably not got used to it. You familiar with it now. You probably don't even say thank you no more.
Yep.
But whatever money you probably would have been paying towards the note, you taking and doing something else with it. And that's probably why she was angry, because now this money I've been doing this over here with, now I got to go
instead of
and
doing
do
something
this.
smart with. Yeah, absolutely.
So, if you got a parent that's helping you do that, take the money, the extra money that you have, and put it towards something. Pay something off. Be financially responsible with it. Don't just think this is how it's going to be for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and then you got that.
And you sadly mistaken. Because now you upset and you mad. And I can pretty much promise you, daddy ain't say, okay, well, I'll just pay it for a little bit. No, you got to get your stuff together.
Well, she gave another example of a man who would get really, really mad with the mama because she wouldn't do just, I guess, simple things that he wanted her to do. And to the point to where he would stress her out so much about it, she would cave in.
What?
To do it. Yeah.
Say that again?
It's a man who was over 40, and he would badger his mama to do, like I guess maybe wash his clothes or cook or just do whatever. He would badger her to the point that she would cave in and do the things that he wanted her to do, just because she didn't want to deal with the stressors of him stressing her.
What a husband or the daddy at?
Baby, I don't know. This is just something, an example, because you own one tonight.
Look, that's your mama. That's not your woman.
Oh, my mama. Oh, my hood. It ain't your... When you said that's your mama, that song came. Y'all know I keep a song in my head, y'all.
But I tell you, when she
I
tired,
need to get that out of my head.
She tired.
But she was just using those examples, and so I was like, wow, because as I thought about the subject, and we actually told, our friend that we would cover this topic when we recorded again. And so when I tell you, this lady who wrote this thing hit the nail on the head. Because this is the final paragraph of it. And we've kind of surmised it. And, of course, gave y'all our perspectives and our opinions and all these things. But she said, here's the reality. And I want y'all to listen well. And before I say this, and y'all don't want to listen to us no more, go to YouTube and subscribe to our page first. It's Moments with the Mobleys on YouTube. Hit the bell so you can get the notifications.
And stop one night standing us.
And just become committed to us, okay? Thank you.
We committed to y'all.
We apologize in advance
if it's helping you at all.
Right. So thank you. And we're Moments with the Mobleys on all social media sites, except for Twitter, now known as X. We are Mobley Moments. Okay? Great. But at the end, she said, here's the reality, and this is going to be the end of this for us. Tonight, our parents are getting older with each passing day. They won't be here forever. Instead of being a constant source of stress and drama, we should be the ones lightening the load for them. They have already done their jobs of raising us. It's okay to ask for and accept help, but to act as if we're somehow owed something is dysfunctional and manipulative.
And disrespectful.
And it's time to grow up, a.k.a. mature, a.k.a. level up. Get your mind right.
Yeah. And it
for real, y'all.
It reminds me of another situation where an adult child, which is a son, it was a situation where the father needed a little bit of help financially. Now, he's giving him land and different stuff and all this, and he did not want to help. He said he couldn't help right now. So, it's just to understand and not take for granted.
Yeah.
What a parent does. Everybody don't have this story, y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have a parent that will support and do stuff like this for some people. Adult children, not even all the way an adult, don't have a story of my mama was there and she did this. My daddy was. They don't have that story. They had to grow up quick
and figure it out.
But you're blessed with parents who still involve you in their life and their decision making on land and helping with bills and paying, and you have the audacity to not be grateful. That's
shame
sad.
On you. Yeah.
That is sad.
Go and repent about that thing right
Parents, like mama and daddy got a life too. Where that's off of? Baby boy. Mama, when mama says,
she said mama got
a life too. You just can't be up in here all grown trying to do what you want to do, trying to run my household. Joker, you got this bed and this shower. Do what you do, pay whatever bills that I ask you to, do the chores, and then keep it pushing. Because mom and daddy got a life too. My life is not about to be disrupted or uprooted because you got something going on in your life. Me and my wife life is not about to be like that. We cultivate our relationship intentionally for real. And like we said, we ain't got this problem, but we protect our relationship from our children, friends, mom and daddy, even ourselves. It's a realistic thing. You have to protect your relationship to keep it healthy intentionally. And you got to know what this is, because life be life, and you can get in a place and your relationship get tore up quick. Quick. Get your life together. Take a deep breath. Woo-saw. No, Johnny did. What are we? Uncle Johnny did? Well, you mother. And I guess I'm just Johnny. But
you elder.
But take a deep breath. Take the information that we gave you tonight. Think about it. We just trying to help you get to a place. You got a whole life to live. It's stuff that you got already. You supposed to be doing. Go for it. Do that. Plan. Build. But you cannot lean on your parents like that.
Yeah. Bless your parents. Don't be a burden to them.
Especially if you got your parents, they living and they still here for you.
Shout out to our parents.
Yeah, no matter what that looks like. Some parents, they just give you what they can give you, and you have to be all right with that. But one of the things that I talk about in my book, The GPS of a Man's Journey, is up there.
Great plug.
One of the things I talk about in my book is when I had my mother and my father in the same house, but once I got to a certain age, I wanted a different relationship with him. He did not have that, so he did not have nothing to pull from. But I learned, and guess what? I taught him. Now we got the relationship that he would always wanted from his father. So sometimes you have to iron sharpens iron. And our parents are teachable. They're not, I'm the daddy, you do what I tell. They're not them folk. They're not them people. And it's good to have a relationship with your parents who they see, you son, you do have something that I don't have. So help me be better in this area.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's healthy. That's healthy. But don't abuse your parents, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you could be the main one at the home going, trying to get in the daggone. What did you try to get in the casket? Talk about why you left me. Don't leave me.
Y'all, we want to say happy Thanksgiving because when this comes out, it'll be a few days before Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving is next week.
Is it?
Get your mind right.
Oh, God. Well, I'm not.
Get your mind right.
I'm not burdened by it because this is a great time because I get to see all my kids and my grandkids and they're in the same place.
And this episode will be out Saturday. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family, y'all. Enjoy your family. We'll be able to see ours. Except one of the daughters who will be here for Christmas. She spends Thanksgiving with her honeys, people. Also, we need to do this plug as well. Georgia Country Kitchen. This comes out after, and y'all will see this after their grand opening. It's called Georgia Country Kitchen. It is in Port Wentworth, right off of Port Wentworth, Georgia, right off of 95, behind Wendy's. And
I'm about to tell you what. Go ahead.
It is behind the Wendy's and
I'm trying
the gas
to give
station.
A whole
right there, the address. So it's Georgia Country Kitchen. It's a team of men. A team of 3 men, and one of them happens to be our brother-in-law, Johnny's youngest sister's husband. I know I'm getting in detail, but we expect it to be an amazing place, an amazing experience. So go check them out. Yeah, check them out.
And so it's at 109 Travelers Way, Port Wentworth, Georgia, 31407. Again, 109 Travelers Way, Port Wentworth, Georgia, 31407.
Yeah.
It's called Georgia Comfort Kitchen. Amazing food.
Yeah, we'll share more about it. We're going to share more about it, but we wanted to just give that plug for them. And so we are excited about not just great things happening for us, but for our families, kinfolk, all those things. And so we just wanted to share that as well. So happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
And just so y'all know, the grand opening is tomorrow.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We actually went to a soft opening he had just for the family and friends. But the experience was absolutely awesome.
It wasn't amazing. It was amazing. So they open tomorrow, which is Tuesday, November 14th.
Yep.
Do we know what time? I'm sure it's probably for lunchtime. They don't do breakfast. So guess we should have had that time that they open too, huh? But it's tomorrow, November 14th. Okay? Make sure y'all, if y'all are in the area or if y'all are traveling through.
They don't have the hours on there.
Make sure y'all hit them up. Okay? It just says Tuesday, November 14th. So I'm thinking at least by 11. Because they have a lunch buffet, including a salad bar for lunch hours, along with the a la carte menu. Smash burgers, Coastal Southern favorites for dinner. So hit them up, y'all.
Absolutely.
Okay?
And the executive chef, who's our brother-in-law,
Yeah.
is Rudy Sampson. So I'm going to actually have him on the podcast at some point in time. When
He'll be on the Chop It Up. But to just talk about it, because he has a great story as well. Yeah. A great leap of faith story. So and congratulations, Rudy and the guys at Georgia Comfort Kitchen. Happy Thanksgiving again, y'all. And eat good, because we are.
Don't overdo it, though.
Don't overdo it. All right, let's go, Mo.
All right. This has been Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnny Mobley Jr.
I'm still his wife, Deidre Mobley.
And we are something like an ordinary couple.
But we got extraordinary purpose.
Peace out, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family.
Night.
Love on each other.
Toodles.